Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. Bet you're feeling all right this morning. We're getting ready to have a conversation about the second annual Box Cart Intercol, which is taking place very, very soon, and you can be a part of it this morning. Let me welcome the Director of Gravity Racing Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Andre Crichlow. Good morning to you, sir.
Hi, top of the morning. Thank you for having us here this morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Nice and tired. Nice and tired.
As we love to have you early in the morning, nice and tired.
Well, it's not so much the early morning. It's just the amount of things that's happening now with the box cart. It's fantastic.
Well, before we get into what's happening right now, let me jump back to last year. I know we had a conversation about it last year. How was the turnout? How was the experience? What was the impact?
I hit in here this one time. I wasn't going to tell you anything about the turnout because you promised you would have come and we'd have put you in our cart. But I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. We're not vexed. We don't toot. We don't toot. We don't carry forward.
It's sung a little bit like you're tooting.
A little
bit.
Like if I carried forward.
Almost like you bring it from last year, you know?
But it was good. We had a fantastic event. So much so that we were able, through sponsorship support, to carry the winners to Florida. Okay. For a STEM experience.
Nice.
So the winners of the box card actually went to Florida with us. We went to a couple of universities, some nature sites. Florida Power and Light hosted us for a day at one of their largest solar farms because they see the interest in getting at that level of interest, meaning they have targeted kids at that age with STEM and stream type learning and teaching. So they saw the value in it, and it was a fantastic experience. We have everything coming up on YouTube. We have a channel there with the Capacity Network. Yeah. So we did some little videos, nothing as grand as TTT, but nonetheless. And it has supported the continuation. So now we're, again, back in Arima at the Velodrome on December the 1st. And the additions we're having is, believe it or not, some of the other islands are actually trying to put things in place to get their kids here to compete with ours.
Okay.
We're in conversations right now with Dominica and Montserrat.
Okay.
St. Lucia was supposed to get back to us, but haven't gotten back to us yet.
But what is registration looking like locally?
So we haven't even done the soft launch, official soft launch yet, and we already have 3 schools entered teams already.
So when is that launch happening?
This is it.
Oh, this is the soft launch.
This is the soft launch.
All right. So
this is the start of the campaign, really.
All right. So tell me what's in store for the second annual one. I understand that I thought you were moving to San Fernando.
To San Fernando, right. So we had some logistic challenges with San Fernando.
Okay.
And Arima being Arima said, well, hey, we could support it.
Right.
This is too good to not be a reality. And that's how we end up back in Arima, almost, we could say, the home of Box Cart. Yeah.
Well, at this point, it could be that,
right? It could be, yeah, it very well could be.
All right, tell me, when you started this, what was the aim? What was the goal that you were aiming for when you started this Box Cart Intercol?
Yeah, so I've had to answer this question to a lot of people, especially in the US. I am basically trying to put things in place that I would have liked when I was that age. The things that I would consider fun, as well as have it in such a way that we engage the youths differently. Yeah. Traditionally, as you know, with our education system, it's all about memory and regurgitation. Yeah, you remember this, you put it back out. Yes, that has a place in the landscape. No, it does. It does have a space in the landscape.
I don't know if I agree. I think critical thinking is more important.
So, on a side note, you would want to know you have a doctor that remembers combinations for stuff. So the memory and coming back out has its value.
All right, fair.
But we're looking at developing problem solvers.
Right.
Solution seekers.
That's what we're talking about.
That, I will say hands down, is hard to beat with what we're doing. You know, we have kids of different levels of intellect capacity working together.
Right.
One of the things that was brought to our attention with the team that went to the US with us by Florida Power and Light is that they have a scope of Form 2 to Form 5 on one team. In the US, that's unheard of.
Right.
They're always segregated to middle, high school, that kind of stuff. Anyways, that is what we're taking pride in. We're teaching the next generation to solve problems and, more importantly, to work together.
Yeah.
And, of course, you're rewarded because all the work you do towards building a box cart can be submitted as part of your SPA. Barataria, South Secondary, their whole portfolio was just taken pieces out and submitted for grades.
Tell me about that portfolio part of it, because I find that to be the most interesting part, because you're not just building the box cart, you have to document the process.
Correct.
Why you're doing what you're doing. What else is in the portfolio?
So the portfolio outlines your thought process to conclusion, right? It's an engineering process that is simplified to cater to the O-level academia. So its closest comparison would be like a physics lab. Back in the day, when you do a physics lab, you conduct an experiment in the lab.
Yeah.
You take your observations. From your observations, you come to a conclusion. All right, so we just added one step more. If your conclusion is sound, show us by building what you've come up with.
Right.
And you have justification for your decisions, whether be it tall tires, short tires, longer wheelbase, shorter wheelbase. Northgate, the winners from last year, actually found a very unique way to manipulate the rules, which we actually left in there, where they had two racers, tandem, one in front of the other like a bobsled. They were the only team to ever come in a box cart event with two riders in one cart. Everybody comes with one cart and positions themselves.
So one cart, one rider.
One cart, one rider is
Right.
what is the traditional and the most popular.
Right.
What they worked out where if they had more than one person,
That's
the
more
person
weight.
sitting is more weight, one,
Yeah.
but they can shift CG if when needed and stuff. I don't want to give away too much of their
Okay.
techniques.
What is
but-
CG?
Oh, sorry, center of gravity.
Okay,
Excellent.
okay.
I'm not man.
Sorry,
Being
I was-
man,
I just
you know-
making sure
you
we're on
know
the same
thing.
page.
Yeah, you know the thing, man. You know the thing, right? So things like that is what we're going after. We want the kids to learn, but more importantly, through application.
So who is invited to take part in this?
Everybody. Well, secondary schools, and I have to say now by extension, some of the islands in the Caribbean shown interest, so we invite them. Say, yeah, come.
Secondary schools from
Yeah, man.
across the Caribbean.
Yeah, man. Everybody. It's supposed to be, as I said, a different way to engage our youths.
Yeah, but
you
is
know?
it just meant to be one team per school, or we can have several teams from
You
a
can
school?
have, right now, as it stands, it's unlimited teams per school.
Okay. And is there a registration fee?
Free.
So you don't pay to register. You
Yeah.
had to build your own box cart.
Build your own
You had to
box
buy your
cart.
own materials to build your own box
Yes.
cart.
And that's how they develop entrepreneurial skills as well.
Because they had to host some big
They
sale and
had
thing.
well, back in our day was car wash and movies in the AV room.
I mean, I was a little bit younger than you,
Yeah,
so
I
we
know,
had
yeah.
cake sale and thing.
Well, it's not really a cake, man.
And we had what's called them thing, raffle.
Raffle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, the beauty with this thing is I mean, Blanchishere Secondary, they went and got old parts from all over the place.
Nice.
Grab
So there's
a
also
wheel-
an element of recycling that's possible as well.
Repurposing.
Yeah.
Right? One of the experiences, and we have it on the video clips where students had to have the experience of running from a dog because they went and grabbed a tire and was running. And, you know, kids interacting with the environment, man.
Yeah.
That is what we want, you know,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
necessarily sitting behind an electronic device, you know. The connection of generations, people of our ilk and older who have had
The
box
box cart,
cart experiences, being able to have that common ground to speak to the next generation.
All right. So for the schools who looking on now, the students looking on now, and they want to register to be a part of it, how can they do so?
Very simple. trinituner.com/boxcart. They go there and you have all the forms, all the explanations, the rules, regs, judging portfolios, everything is there. As well as you can look us up on Facebook as well, GRAT868, or just type in Box Cart Intercol. Facebook does the rest.
And registration is absolutely free, and it's 1 day of competition, December 1st.
1 day of competition, yeah. We call it the practicals, which is similar to what we so to what we are accustomed to with science and stuff in school,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is our practicals. And that's what it is actually. I prefer the racing thing though. I like to say we're gonna race box carts.
I mean, we are practically racing.
Yes, we practically racing.
Well, Andre, let me say congratulations to you
Thank
and the
you.
team for being able to come back and do it again. Means that A, it was successful, and B, that you see the vision and that you have the support in seeing that vision. And we want to encourage more people to come out and support it, because I do agree with you when it comes to assisting with the STEM, assisting with the academia, assisting with the critical thinking, the teamwork, and even the upcycling.
Excellent. You see, this is where you could lead the charge with TTT and come with a box cart and
Island
represent the
Secondary
media.
School.
Oh, jeez.
You just tell me it's only secondary school people allowed.
We will make an exception for you to have TTT represent, and you could probably challenge some of your rivals at TV6 and whoever else.
I have no rivals.
Well, I'm saying the station.
You enjoy the rest of the day, and I thank you very
before
much.
I run though,
Go
I
ahead.
have to say though, we're getting support from Ministry of Education, Ministry of Sport, our MP for the area, Penelope Beckles, the Honorable Penelope Beckles. She's doing fantastic with giving us support and making sure Arima could host this thing again. And Shell has come on board and said, okay, you guys are doing a good job. And they've also offered a mentorship program.
Nice.
So schools that come on, if you're having a little issue with some of the engineering, whatever it is, Shell has things in place now that will say, okay, we have engineers on board that will support us. And this is very important. I would love to anchor with that. That is what we need at this time. We need that type of interaction on a differently so that we can engage these youths differently.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Mr.
Yeah,
Crichlow.
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second annual Box Cart Intercol is on December 1st. You want to head to Arima Velodrome to be a part of it. If you're in secondary school or you know somebody in secondary school and they're interested in STEM, they like to do things with their hands, send them to build a box cart, send them to put a team together and go and represent. We take a quick break and come back with more. Stay tuned.